and you practice the 10 virtues. In other words, you study physical science, and you also contain or develop your own inner science by practice of the virtues. And as one did that, then one developed a condition called inner vision. Inner vision, my sisters and brothers, is an activated pineal gland. Do you hear that? That when you had developed inner vision, you had developed the sound eye. Jehudi, the god of magic, science, and writing, then had given you a vast expansion of intellect. So it's said that Africans knew, in other words, at that point in time, you were able to be consciously aware and to move through your ka, the Ka. You could take your mind and project it in time and space. Be telepathic. You could really tap your genius mind. In other words, you knew that the mind had a supercomputer potential. It could pull memories from any ancestral memory that anyone who made up your bloodline ever had. Be it a grandfather, great-great-great-great-grandfather, mother, or whatever. And you could also pull ideas from the future. That when you reach this level, that you could then truly be a living God while on earth, even in the fleshly body. So can you understand, with that kind of knowledge, why it is critical that the oppressor has to cover up what our potential really is? Your pineal gland is not likely to be calcified. But his is. Your potential is the same as his, but also far greater. Now, I do not know what they can do to decalcify their pineals, because that is dependent upon a person wanting to decalcify their pineals. And I submit to you that some people love being like Set in a negative fashion. But it's very, very important to consider what other issues that do come up. Let us just read, for example, what some of these statements are, what we said about ourselves. Oh, take the eye of Horus. Prevent him meaning Set, from consuming it. O N, take the eye of Horus, the garment of which the gods are afraid of. O N, Horus has attached his eye to your forehead for you, in his name great of magic. O N, take that of which the gods are afraid, just as they are afraid of Horus. Take the eye of Horus against which Seth acted. In other words, you have to really struggle with it. And that the struggle involved a study of science and living a virtuous life. Now the virtues, it's a list of 10 virtues in stolen legacy. You can also read about the 42 negative confessions that are cited in the book of Coming Forth by Day, also cited by Budge, also very heavily cited by our own illustrious Dr. Youssef Ben Jarkana. But these are ethical ways, moral ways of relating to your family members in a way that will help you both to prosper. And also, it will help you to stay on the good side of the ancestral world. Because truly, to do things that run against your family line will mean that the ancestors who do live in us will cut us off from inner knowledge. Now, in the same notion, let us consider some other aspects. We've already covered that the melanin is a biologically active chemical present in skin cells that is also present in other organs in the body, brain, lungs, liver. That the pineal gland is a gland present in the brain that produces a hormone known as melatonin during darkness, and the hormone melatonin affects the production of melanin in skin through the pituitary, MSH, melanogenesis-based hormone, and it also very profoundly affects all the major glands in the body. We've also considered how the melanin, as it's exposed to light, determines the formation of vitamin D, and how vitamin D controls calcium being pulled back into the body. We didn't say this, but I can say it now, that vitamin D is a powerful hormone that acts in concert with melatonin. So just as melatonin acts upon the body to produce one kind of, you get tranquilizing effect, that the vitamin D is an activating hormone, so it is the signal inside of the body of being exposed to sunlight. So it is what is called a somatotropic hormone. It makes things grow. Now, all this being said is to come to the key point, and the key point is that melanin is a doorway by which energies can move from the physical material level up to the spiritual level. It's a divine molecule. It's a life molecule. And in those things that were first, imagine this, in the very beginnings of life on this planet, 4.5 billion years ago, that those life-living chemicals could actually take sunlight, hold on to sunlight, and convert into a chemical that can be used as food so that an animal could reproduce itself, or the plant reproduce itself. So that's a critical point. Melanin is present in the eye, for example. The inner lining of the eye. You can even see black, white, or color only because you have melanin in your eye. In the layer of the eye called the pigment layer of the retina, it is a layer that as the rods and cones share their disc of photopigment, and the disc again have captured photons, particles of light entering the eye, and as it hits upon that layer, the melanin plucks the photon of light out of the carrier molecule that for color vision or black and white vision, and converts it into an electrical charge. That's true of all eyes, be it black, white, green, or whatever. There's melanin present in the inner ear, that when you hear sound waves, the inner ear nucleus that has pigment, it converts a mechanical wave into an electrical wave, an electrical thing. So notice sound, vision, all these things very heavily involved in melanin. But let's take a little bit of a different track. You're being very patient, as I'm kind of going through this in kind of slow style there. Let's look at it from another standpoint. And I should also mention that melanin is also, that the pineal gland in particular, is involved as an anti-cancer hormone. It slows down the productions of cancer, especially breast cancer. That the pineal hormone melatonin is very actively involved in the woman's menstrual cycle, and that people can develop amenorrhea or a lack of a menstrual cycle because of adaptation with the pineal. For example, when a woman goes through a long fast, she many times will become amenorrheic. When she goes through a period of stress, intense stress, her menstrual cycle can get thrown off, and that is operating through the pineal melatonin, which is a stress hormone. We also know that the pineal hormones melatonin are profoundly influenced not only by sunlight, but also by magnetic fields, especially the Earth's magnetic field. So all these things are there. There are various illnesses, if you will, that are treated. These are states of depression that are treated by what? By exposing you to sunlight at a certain time of the night. There's a condition called seasonal affective disorder, in which people become depressed from the time, usually from October through about March, during the time of low sunlight or winter, and that they become irritable and cranky and mean and sluggish, and they also develop abnormal sleep patterns. They develop cravings for sweets, the sugar-free, and all those kind of things, and that the treatment for is